Hello, ladies and gentlemen at the Airshow 95, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the debut display of Certek flying the MiG-21 BIS in his display he calls the Soviet Superstar. As Certek prepares to pull into the vertical for his first manoeuvre, the Half Cuban 8, I think we can all agree that he has chosen quite the legendary aircraft to debut in DCS with. This, of course, is the Mikhail Gurevich MiG-21, their code name Fishbed, one of the most infamous fighters and widely produced fighters of the Cold War era, and one that will certainly make for quite the unique solo display experience. About to exit the Half Cuban, he will pull to the right and prepare for the second of these manoeuvres. The MiG-21 is, of course, as I mentioned, a legend of the Cold War era, first flying on the 16th of June 1955, making it a truly ancient aircraft, but still one that is very prevalent and is in service with several countries around the globe today. Polish paint scheme standing out beautifully against the blue skies here in Nevada today. The aircraft banking round to the right now to set up on the right hand side of the display axis, ready for the next manoeuvre. This one is a photo favourite for all you enthusiasts, so it's not one to miss. Get ready for the 4-point roll. Expertly flown there by Certek, showcasing the wonderful performance and roll rate of the MiG-21. Fishbed was produced in very, very large quantities and remains the largest amount of supersonic fighters ever built, with 11,496 being built of all variants and by 3 different companies in total. Approaching now from the left for the minimum radius turn. Pulling high G's there as he exits away from us. The afterburner is still burning away there. Some wonderful showcases of some more aileron rolls there before he exits and positions for his next manoeuvre. As I mentioned, over 11,000 MiG-21s were built, and they were operated and are still operated in some cases by across 60 different countries across 4 continents. A truly remarkable achievement. Very few other jets have achieved such widespread export success. But now the MiG-21 positions out to the right to come in for some more very fast aileron rolls. Wonderful precision and control there from Certek, doing a marvellous job here today. We've seen how fast the MiG-21 can roll. Now we're going to see how slow it can roll on this next manoeuvre. So, ladies and gentlemen, look out to the left as the MiG-21 approaches for the slow roll. Slow but not too slow, even managing to do 2 of them on that pass. Using the maximum performance of the Termansky R25-300 afterburning turbofan, producing over 9,030 pounds of force on dry and 15,640 pounds of thrust with afterburner engaged. This is truly a powerful engine that can propel the MiG up to its high Mach 2 capable speeds. Now in from the right for the double inverted pass. MiG-21 was primarily designed as the Soviets' next generation of fast interceptor aircraft, and thus needed to be fast. It could do speeds at well over Mach 2 at higher altitudes, achieving just over 1,350 miles per hour at 43,000 feet. Its range was fairly decent for an aircraft designed to be an interceptor at 360 nautical miles, but now showcasing that speed, the MiG-21 approaches from the left. Giving us some wonderful vapour as Certek pulls into the vertical, and he will exit this loop with the landing gear coming down. MiG-21 certainly not making it any easier for him in this configuration. This plane, of course, has a very short and narrow delta wing design, thus making it rather unstable at lower speeds. Certek having to work incredibly hard to keep the aircraft stable and within the flight envelope. As he brings the MiG-21 back round from the left, we get a wonderful look at the undersurfaces of this iconic Soviet fighter. Using the incredible power of that engine to climb into the vertical with the landing gear extended, ready to position for his next manoeuvre. MiG-21s were typically armed with one internal 23mm cannon with 200 rounds and featured 5 undersurface hardpoints, 4 on the wings and 1 on the belly. These could carry a large variety of ordnance, from bombs, down rockets, and of course air-to-air missiles. MiG-21s use all of these weapons in combat, and the MiG-21 as an aircraft has an impressive kill ratio, achieving most of these kills during, of course, the 1963 to 1973 Vietnam War in combat against American aircraft. The North Vietnamese People's Air Force wasn't, of course, the only air arm to use the MiG-21 in combat. The Indians used them in several conflicts against Pakistan, and the Egyptians famously used them in their conflict with Israel during the Yom Kippur War. But now, Certek positioning out to the far left-hand side, kicking in the burners, accelerating, ready for the high-speed climb into the vertical. Pulling hard there, and beginning the climb. Not that he'll be able to reach it today, but he certainly could if parameters allowed. The MiG-21 has a service ceiling of over 57,500 feet, a truly remarkable achievement for this nearly 70-year-old interceptor. Alas, we are approaching the end of the Soviet Superstar display. Certek has a couple more manoeuvres to perform for you, but I really do hope you have enjoyed his display, as I have enjoyed commentating it. As he approaches from the right, he'll position for a wing wave to say goodbye. Certek, and bravo! While Certek positions his aircraft round to land from the left, I'd like to take this moment to thank some very special people who helped to make this display and debut possible. First of all, to Mark for being the cameraman for this wonderful display and giving us some excellent views and close-up footage. Secondly, for Quetz for designing the beautiful Polish livery you're seeing on this MiG-21, replicating just one of the 60 nations that flew this venerable Cold War fighter. And finally, we'd like to thank the Aeroflight Live team for hosting us at your event today. We really do appreciate it, and we look forward to maybe performing again here someday. We'll see. But now, ladies and gentlemen, the MiG-21 approaches from the left, landing gear coming down, ready for his landing. The MiG-21 is one of those legends in the aviation community. Most people who know anything about the Cold War and Cold War aircraft will have heard about the MiG-21 and its exploits. We really do hope you have enjoyed this display. I've been Combat Curious, your commentator, and Certek has been your pilot, showcasing his wonderful skills, and we look forward to maybe seeing him flying different aircraft on the airshow circuit soon. Touching down and the chute deploying, ladies and gentlemen, at the Airshow 95, you've been watching Certek and the Soviet Superstar.